In this video, I'll show you how to program a new key fob for your Chrysler vehicle. We'll go through everything you need to know step by step to use this simple key package. This will also work for Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep vehicles, but in this video, we'll just be going over the Chrysler models. You can see over here on the back which ones it will work for. So if you have a Chrysler 200, between 2011 and 14, Chrysler 300, 05 to 07, Chrysler Aspen, 07 to 09, PT Cruiser, 08 to 10, or a Sebring, 07 to 10, then this is for you. If you have a different Chrysler model, you can go check out our other videos. We'll cover that as well with other simple key kits. And all of these we will get to as well, but in a different video. So you can go check those out if you're here looking for something different. So let's start by opening this thing up and seeing what we have inside. Inside we have the user guide, an easy installer is what this is called, and a new key. There we go. Just get everything laid out there. The only other thing you will need is a current working key, the one that is currently paired to your vehicle, and you'll obviously need access to your car. A couple quick notes here is that you will need to get this new key cut beforehand because we will be starting the vehicle with this new key. So you can get that done at your local hardware store. And you want to go over on the easy installer and check to make sure that this plastic protector is intact. It has not been removed and that it does not say void. If it's removed, if it says void, you'll want to get a new package. You'll want to go back to the retailer where you got this and just return the whole thing because this has likely been used with another vehicle and it will not work with your vehicle. That's right. Once you use this with your vehicle, it will be connected to your vehicle and it won't work on any other vehicle. Now we can get started with activating our new key. As you can see on screen right now, there are several different codes that go with different key fobs. So just find the fob that you're using on your current vehicle and remember or write down that activation code. All of this information is also available in your user guide. There's a chart there that tells you all of this information. One quick note, if you have a Chrysler Aspen and you are using the key fob shown on screen right now, you'll want to flip that over, check on the back where the FCC ID is, which is circled in this image. And if it matches the code on screen, your activation code will be 236. Otherwise, it will be the same as you saw before, which is 233. To activate our key fob, we will press the lock and the panic button simultaneously and then enter in the code one digit at a time. First digit lock, second digit panic, third digit unlock, and then we'll press the two buttons once again. Let me show you what that looks like for the code 231. So press both of these. This light will stay on, meaning we can now enter in the code 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, and then press these two once again, and this should blink back our code. 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. As you can see, the first number was a little bit strange. It kind of looked like it could be a 1, it could be a 2. That's just how it works. For me, that is a 231. That's good. That means we're good to go. If it blinks back something different, you'll just want to start that process again. Press them both down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. And once it is blinking back the correct code, you can move forward. And if you're unable to get this to work, you'll want to skip over to the end of the video where I will be covering some of the common errors that happen with the simple key. Okay, so your key is now activated. We can now move into the pairing process. So go ahead and get in your vehicle if you're not already there. The first thing we want to do is locate the OBD port. The OBD port looks like this image that you see on screen right now. You can usually find that down under the dash, almost at the level of the pedals. So go ahead and look down there, see if you can get it located. If you can't seem to find it, check out the owner's manual for your vehicle, which will tell you exactly where that OBD port is. Now that you know exactly where it is, we can get started with the Easy Installer, which will be plugged right in there. Before we get started with pairing, I just want to note that once you begin this process, once you plug in the OBD port, there is a time constraint. You don't need to rush, but you'll want to work quickly. You don't want to plug this in and then walk away and come back, because if this is plugged in for more than 5 minutes, it will beep and basically stop working. You'll just need to unplug and start the process again. And again, if at any time following these steps, something is happening with you that isn't happening on screen here, you'll just want to skip to the end. We will break down the common errors and the codes that are being beeped at you or whatever is going on. So, but it should be pretty straightforward. So first thing is to make sure that your dial position is set correctly. So if you have a Chrysler 200 PT Cruiser or a Sebring, your dial position will be set to 1, just like you see right there. And if you have a Chrysler 300 or an Aspen, you'll want to turn that over to 2. One note is that the 300 and Aspen do have an alternate dial position. So go start with the 2. And if this doesn't work, you can begin the pairing process again on 1. So now that your dial position is set, you want to make sure all of the doors to the vehicle are closed, that it is off in park, and you'll need to turn the hazard lights on. Take your original key, your old key that is currently paired to the vehicle, insert it into the ignition and start the engine, turn it all the way on. Now you can remove the tab from your Easy Installer and insert that into the OBD port. Just move that over there. As soon as this is in the OBD port, you won't need to do anything. You'll just wait up to 8 seconds and listen for a sound, 3 beeps, which sounds like this. That means that it is recognizing the device, and we are now in the pairing process. And now what we want to do is turn off the vehicle, remove the old key, take your new key, insert it in, turn it to the on or run position. Do not start the vehicle. Turn it to the final position before starting the engine. Once that is in there, you'll simply want to press and release this button on the Easy Installer. Press that. You'll wait up to 8 seconds, and you should hear the same 3 beeps. Now we can turn off the vehicle, remove this key, and press the button once more. And the Easy Installer should play a chime sound, which sounds like this. And if you heard that, that means you did everything correctly and your new key is now paired. So you can go ahead and unplug the Easy Installer from the OBD port. Both of your keys should be working, your old and your new, so you can go ahead and test that. And you can actually continue this process to program a total of 8 keys to your vehicle. So we have the old key, the new key. You can actually do this for 6 more keys using the same Easy Installer. And if you wanted to continue this process to program additional keys, you would just start over from the beginning, make sure that your new key is activated, plug in the Easy Installer into the OBD port once again, and continue with this process just as you previously did. Now, getting into some of the error messages here, the first thing I'd like to note is that over here on page 13, we have a customer service number. If you have any questions or there are any issues here, you'll want to just give them a call and they will help you out. There are a couple errors that can happen here during the process. If you begin the pairing process and you hear 8 beeps coming from your Easy Installer, that is telling you that your vehicle already has the maximum of 8 keys paired to it, and you will not be able to pair a new key. So you'll want to just go ahead and give them a call, as it says right there, to get that sorted out. During the pairing process, if you hear 2 or 3 beeps at intervals, so beep, beep, pause, beep, beep, pause, the 2 beeps signify that the Easy Installer has already been connected to another vehicle, meaning you will not be able to use it with your vehicle. You'll need to get a new one. So you can actually just return this, get your money back, get a new one, or give them a call, see what they have to say about it. And if you hear 3 beeps at 1 second intervals, that means your original key is not present, or your vehicle or your Easy Installer is not detecting that key. So you want to make sure you have that with you. If your new key simply won't pair with your car, you're trying to do the pairing process, it isn't working. Usually what the issue is that the dial position is incorrect, or you'll need to switch over to that alternate dial position, which I mentioned earlier. So for these Chrysler models that we are dealing with, specifically the Chrysler 300 and the Chrysler Aspen, if your primary dial position of 2, just to show you that again, if 2 isn't working, go ahead and unplug the OBD port, set it to 1, turn off the vehicle, start over fresh, and try the same process set on 1. So turn on the vehicle with your old key, insert, listen for the beeps, and just continue on that way, and that will usually solve your problem. And if your Easy Installer is unplugged at any point during the pairing process, you will need to begin again. You can't remove it and then continue going on to the next step. If it's unplugged, you'll just want to turn off the vehicle, start over from 0, turn on the vehicle, plug the OBD port back in, and go on from there. So it doesn't cause any problems. You'll just need to start again. So the last issue here that they mention is that after doing the pairing process, your old and your new key will not start the vehicle. In that case, you'll need to give them a call to get that sorted out. So that's it. I hope you found this helpful. I hope it was easy for you to do. I'm sure you saved a ton of money using this product instead of going to the dealership. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.